rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, man.
Hey, man. Hey.
So we talk about Hulk Hogan. There's many legacies, right? You got Hollywood Hogan. You got Hulk Hogan. Yeah, brother. Hulk's the maniac, brother. And then you got the MAGA Hulk.
Oh, man. I
We're
think.
talking about MAGA mania, brother.
Yeah.
Oh man, do we got a mixed legacy, man? I guess it depends on how much you
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah.
Some people think he was. They separate. They say he a great wrestler,
Yeah.
but he was a racist outside the
Mm,
ring. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And when you talk about community problem, I think everybody kind of deal with that. Like he said, he didn't want his daughter dating a black guy,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But if he lived in Florida, I mean, he lived
Man.
close to Opelika and Liberty City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think he was in those areas.
He lived in Florida, didn't he?
Yeah, but don't it wasn't there. I think it was
But
like.
it's amazing how like dudes' daughters like that live in the rich area, they gravitate to the pork and beans area. It's kind of weird, but Uh, but what do you think, bro? What you think his legacy is, man?
And I think he got tarnished at the end, but
He got torn it in because he made that video. Dude paid
yeah,
him. That's
yeah.
what he said. He paid him to say it. Nah, you said that too easy. Somebody to pay you to say it.
But I kind of understood where he coming from. Don't nobody want their daughter. They know, not just black person, but a person that ain't doing nothing with their life. But
I think in every culture though, they just don't say it out loud. They
hmm
don't like their cultures intermixing sometimes. Like you don't see Egyptians date outside. It's probably very rare.
yeah,
You don't see Indian, and there's nothing wrong with that. No, one. Let me say that first. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you the stuff you see every day. You're not gonna see too many Indian, women date outside of the culture of Indian. You know what I'm saying? It's very few. It's like very small percentage. Um, some people in regular black family, you bring, you better know what you're doing. You bring a white woman, you better know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you in the South, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of history behind that. It's a lot of it's just a
hmm
lot of stuff behind it. You know what I'm saying? That people don't really. You think about like say Emmett Till. You think about it used to be a time where interracial dating was illegal. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's crazy, and it really wasn't that long ago. That's the
It
crazy
really wasn't
part.
that long ago. Sure.
It really wasn't that
That
long
was the
ago.
that's
You
what them
mess
old
around and get
folks.
killed. You mess around and get killed looking at a white woman, man. He looked at me. Oh, we're going to get him.
Mm,
You know what I'm
them old
saying? We
folks
just looked
just
at
be
that.
like, you
Yeah,
can't use you can't use my comb. Don't bring him home. I was like, what?
yeah. We was looking at the Emmett Till exhibit, even though it took a long time to get to it. But when we got there, my mom wanted to see it.
hmm
Um, his mom sent him down to the South because she lived in
hmm
Chicago. Sent him down
hmm
south to be with his uncle. Most families do that. They send their kids, see family in the summer. It's
Yeah.
it's a tough situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when they explain the story, a lot of people say what they would have done, but you didn't live in that time. A lot of dudes didn't have guns like that back then. You didn't even have the resources to even buy a gun back then like that. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? And when they coming up to the door with a pistol and rifle and saying, where he at? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that what they would have done, but you don't really know what you would have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
And they was
his
gone for
uncle,
so
I'm pretty,
long.
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't know, like, I don't know. I think his uncle probably knew. It's like, what can you really do? You know what I'm saying? Because some people say I would have died too. You could have too. I mean, it's so many options you could have took, but you really don't know what option you would have picked. A, B, C, or D. You know what I'm saying? You don't know until you in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So tough situation though. They said they beat him so bad you couldn't even his face wasn't even noticeable. Man, that's like I seen a preacher say sometimes some things people do it's not even them. It's the ideology that they carry in their head that make them think that it's cool to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like it's past the individual. Now it's getting into the ideas that they was raised up on. It's been passed down. Um, But just not to even have a conscience to know when to stop. You just do it until you tired, I guess. I don't know, but it's pretty crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But how did we even get here? That's crazy. We just
I
got there,
don't know. Don't know.
but yeah. Well, everybody love Hulk Hogan. They saying he racist, but I guarantee
Yeah.
you, 90% of black people
Mm.
love Hulk Hogan. I like the bad guys better. I liked them better when he was Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like that Hulk Hogan coming down the ring. You fight Andre the Giant. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be sitting
Hey,
there.
man.
Yeah, brother. What are you gonna do when the Hulkstermaniacs get a hold of you, brother? But yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna be a mixed legacy though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jay, what's going on, baby? What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's
What's
happening?
up,
Yo.
So what you think?
world?
What you think about Hulk Hogan, man? You think he got a mixed legacy, man? You see, we got three versions. We got the Hollywood Hogan, Hulk Hogan. He got the MAGA Hogan, man.
Yeah, I think if you'd have died earlier in his career, we would have remembered just the wrestling. But
Mm.
unfortunately, he died after he said all those things about black people, and he went mega, um, and as far as wanting his daughter not to marry or have procreate with African Americans. People remember that. But I would personally try to remember the Hulk Hogan that I saw on TV.
Do you think in the community though, a lot of communities feel like that? Not just they just don't say it out loud though. They don't like people to
Oh,
procreate outside their community.
yeah, a lot of people do think
He just
like
got
that.
caught doing it on camera. Yeah,
Yeah, it's no way to clean that up. It's no way that it sounds
it ain't.
good. You
It's just
can't
it is
say,
what it
well,
is. Yeah,
but I mean, I like him. You know what? I just don't want my daughter with him. Like what? You know, it just sounds bad.
it's a preference though, right? Is it more preference or is it racist?
It's a preference that if it's a racist preference. I'll say it like that. Because you don't want your preference is you don't want your child to procreate with another race because of some preconceived notion you have of them.
Yeah, like I said, living in the South, we deal with that kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
When I
I
was in
mean,
DC
it's like,
though, it was very diverse. It was very diverse in DC. You see like Wesley Snipes looking dude with a Japanese wife. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
see that kind of stuff a lot, but you ain't gonna see that down south in Arkansas. You ain't gonna see, you know, not too many, like 1% that you might see that, but you ain't gonna see it like like a 40 percentile, mix kind of deal. Depending on where you at. I know Sherwood is kind of diverse.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
but
But
with
like on the
that,
south side, the southwest though, it's black and white. Only Chinese people you see that own a hair store, you know what I'm saying? And they leaving, and she leaving out the hood.
Going straight to my middle.
yeah, and
Man,
but you see the people like that. Um, they see other races like dogs. I don't treat them bad, but they're not equal to what I have. They don't think the same, uh, and that's what racism is.
yeah, and I think too, like we was talking about before you came on, there's a lot of things from the South. Like sometimes even in the black culture, it you know some families don't too much care for it. I mean, they ain't gonna say it out loud, but because they don't understand when you get in certain situations, they're not gonna understand the plight or the things that you deal with on a daily basis because um, they haven't grew up in the culture that you grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with race issues and dealing with stuff like that. They kind of insensitive to it. You know what I'm saying? Even when you got homeboys that's not your color, you could be at work and they'll see the disadvantage or they'll see the crazy stuff, but they can't say nothing because it's like, am I gonna alienate my team? to be on your team, and now I'm in the same place you are
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see it like that, but that's just the truth. You just got to be able to, process that information and understand that it's all good till you really got to pick teams. And then you start seeing the real from the fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I see your problems you dealing with, but I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna enjoy my privilege. I'm not
Because
gonna.
black dudes are racist too. Yeah, black dudes are racist too. They say, hey
We can't
guys,
be.
I
We,
really love you, but hey, I'm Team Benton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced. We can't be racist.
Man,
yeah,
I'm talking
hey,
about as
but
far as like when they picking teams. I'm talking about when they picking teams. I'm
yeah,
from
some
Bauxite
black
guys.
people
I grew up
want
in
to move.
Bauxite guys. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they want to move to Benton and start acting funny. You know what I mean? Oh, those black people, it's a difference. Those are the N words.
Yeah. I'd never. I'd never go to K Hall. I don't know nothing about that. Man, you was just K Hall a couple months ago. Now you in Bryan. You don't want to go to K Hall no more. Oh man.